Hello, YouTube. This is going to be a new video everyone hates by yours truly. And it's primarily going to be about blacks, black people. And when I say blacks, I'm talking about the issue. I'm not saying blacks is a statement. I'm saying black people because, God, look, just stay with me. Okay. Um, this world gets tougher to navigate every day, doesn't it? Anyway, um, it's going to be black people in a video by some person in college. I don't know the details, and maybe there's something I'm not getting here. And if I don't understand something or I'm not figuring something into my equation, please tell me, and I will more than happily post and accept your comment and correct myself. But until then, this is about the word blacks that somebody else made. The word blacks. And second of all, this is going to be about um, basically what people want to see on television and what the hell is wrong, what's wrong with wrestling, and why wrestling is in the shitter. So stay with me here, if you will, please, as we go along this drunken journey. So there is a person, and it was a college professor, I think, that used the word blacks during some kind of video. And there is people commenting. I think it was the University of Georgia. I'm not sure. They're commenting on she should be fired. Now here is the thing. I don't think that's needed. I understand that blacks is not the correct use of that phrase. I understand some black people might think that's offensive. But ultimately, you're just saying black people. It's not like the N word. And if she had said or used any variation of the N word, I would be the first one to say, you know what, that's bullshit. She's on her. She's by herself. I'm not going to defend that. She should not do that. This is a woman or a person teaching our youth, our children. We don't need that. If she had said the N word, first of all, she had said the N word without the A. That is certainly something no one should say. And if she had said it with the A, that is a part of black culture that black people have that she should have no right to. And if she had said the word Negro, that is a scientific word, and unless she's writing some kind of scientific document, she has no reason to say that, and neither does anyone else. So there's no reason to say that. But the simple use of the word blacks, that was just the same reason I talk. It's just like I say, fuck, damn, shit, fuck, son of a bitch, motherfucker, hell, bitch, scooby dooby dooby dop, bop, bop, cunt, fucking prick, every goddamn other thing, every goddamn other word I speak. That's just how I talk. I don't think she meant anything. I don't think she was trying to offend black people. I think she just said, this is what blacks think, and this is my opinion. I don't think she was being an asshole. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, then I'm sorry. And maybe she is a racist cunt. I don't fucking know what she was, but I'm just saying, I don't think she was trying to be that. So, lay off her, give her some slack. But anyways, that's my opinion. If she had said the N word, I would say she's a fucking asshole and you should fire her. I don't think that's what she did. I don't think that's what she meant. But I don't know who the fucking person is. I don't know anything about her. I don't know her video. I don't know who she is. I don't know what kind of person she is. And I'm defending her for the same reason I defended Dave Meltzer. And I would defend anyone against any situation like this because I think that person is being treated unfairly. If it was a men's rights activist unfairly critiquing and judging a feminist, I would defend the feminist even. I would do so. I probably have done that, in fact, because I'm trying to be honest and justified in my thinking and get to the bottom of the issue and tell the truth. I don't give a fuck if the people like it or not. I'm trying to be truthful and tell the truth. And that's all I care about. I don't give a shit about your fucking little groups that you're in. That ain't shit to me. I'm talking about real issues. So anyways, I'm trying to think of that song by can't think he's a rapper from Africa. I don't give a fuck about your group, eh? Anyways. But the point is, um, that's what I'm saying. So, forgetting that and moving on to something a little bit more entertaining and productive. Let me say one more thing about that. I am not exactly the straightest person. I'm sure you've noticed by now, as I've said in the past. I'm a big fan of transgender women. I like cross dressing. I like cross dressers. I like androgyny. I have defended child drag queens. I don't think that people should be judged for their I don't think people should be judged for their gender peculiarities. That's just my opinion. So, anyway, moving forward, in regard to other issues concerning this, this is about basically wrestling. Vince Russo is a much more creative person in terms of wrestling than I am, I'm sure. I have been trying to write wrestling stories myself, fake wrestling stories, fan fiction since about the age of 6. I've always written wrestling fiction, what I want to see happen in wrestling. I like wrestling. I understand the marks in that regard. It can be a lot of fun, and honestly, I have always said this. I think the thing that is most fun about wrestling, or the more fun thing about wrestling, is looking up and researching and understanding the booking and the writing behind the scenes of wrestling. And that can be more fun than actually watching the damn show. It's just simply learning what wrestling is and watching and observing, and then writing your fucking stories and booking your matches and learning about stories and characters and booking yourself. But here is the thing. With that being said, that's not the point. There is a multi-layered, faceted element of wrestling that used to work, and since they have abandoned that, they have lost 5 to 6 million viewers. And I'm going to go a little bit on autopilot here in my brain because I can't quite think of what I wanted to say or what I was going to say, but I'm going to try to talk candidly, explicitly, straightforward, and relevantly. People want to see a crazy fucking roundabout, wild freak show that matters to them, that is fun, that is off the charts, out the box, different, over the top, and crazy. We want to see pyro. We want to see storytelling. We want to see wild characters. We want to see matches. We want to see a different kind of show than from what you would see on any other television show at any other different time, given time, at any other different time or different show in any other given day. We want wrestling to be wrestling, and only wrestling can truly be motherfucking professional wrestling. You've had shows like it. You've had Headbangers Ball. You've had the Jerry Springer Show. You've had wild, crazy, out the box shows. Nothing has ever come close to motherfucking professional wrestling, and you know it, and I know it. And here's the thing. Here's the other thing. We also want to see hot chicks. And so do I. Now, here's what I'm talking about. I've said this before. I don't care about seeing hot chicks when they're not allowed to be hot. When you have this chick, Charlie, who I guess is working for ESPN, like that's supposed to mean something to me because I'm not a comic book nerd, but I am kind of a nerd. I like vampires. I like wrestling. I like aliens. I like weird stuff. Bigfoot. I don't care about ESPN, so that don't mean jack shit to me. I don't care if she worked for ESPN or not. What the fuck do I care? And I think you'll find a lot of wrestling fans are that way. We don't give a shit. But we want to see Brian Penny's matches. But quite frankly, and we don't want to see that because we're misogynist fucking jerks. We want to see that because it's fun. We want to see sexuality in stories. And here's the more interesting thing about that. You will notice, even though it's preferential if it's Tori Wilson or some hot chick, we really don't care what they look like. We don't really give a shit. We just care that you do it. It doesn't matter. Who was that chick in TNA? Rosie Lotta Love. She was an overweight woman, but she did this gimmick because it was fun. It's entertaining. Just like we like Joey Ryan, who's a man. He's a man. He's supposedly this creepy kind of dirtbag guy with a mustache. You know, he's like kind of like a throwback to a 70s character, but he's fun and he's crazy and he's over the top and he's different. We like entertaining, interesting television. We like to be entertained by what we're watching. Imagine that. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be Stone Cold driving monster trucks over cars. It could be him driving a beer truck to the ring. It could be Kane setting shit on fire. It could be Undertaker, doing God's know what. The point is, it's entertaining. And at some point along the way, we have been hijacked by these marks, as Vince Russo calls them, who they want to see the match. And I do differ, by the way, between someone like a Vince Russo and someone like a Ray Keller, because a Ray Keller is a uptight, pompous, moralizing, preachy douchebag who thinks he's better than you. Dave Meltzer, I don't think is like that. He just wants to. He's the kind of guy. Shut up and give me some wrestling. He just wants to see the match. I don't have as big of a problem with Dave Meltzer. I don't agree with him, but I can tolerate him. I don't like fucking Ray Keller. He's the kind of guy who is just always putting you down, and every damn one's misogynist but you. And he's a lot like the religious, puritanical kind of people of the world, these religious prudes of the world, who's always putting someone else down, and they're always the good people. And he is kind of a modern 21st century secular version of that. But the point that I'm making is, when I want to see wrestling, I want to see fucking wrestling. I want to see wrestling. I want to see wrestling. I do want to see wrestling. And I know that's the difference between my point of view, my take on that, and someone else's. But you can call it sports entertainment, wrestling, whatever you want. I want to see a crazy, trashy, dirty, fucking free-for-all show where people are hitting each other head with fucking chairs, they're jumping off fucking roofs, you have girls in their fucking bikinis, you have goddamn fucking porn stars, you have pimps, you have fucking crazy bullshit going everywhere, every damn way. It's coming out your ass. You don't know what you're going to see next. It's wrestling, motherfucker, and it's on every Monday night. That's wrestling. That's the kind of shit that I got into. That's what I enjoyed. That's what I found. And that's what but that is wrestling. And that is what I enjoyed. And that's what I found to be fun at a very early age, or very young age, of about 6 years old. I found that and liked it. And I remember seeing Scotty 2 Hotty. I remember The Undertaker talking about the Black Reading with Stephanie. And he was talking to Stone Cold. And you're going to be sacrificed. And you're going to burn in hell. I'm going to sacrifice you. You're going to burn in hell. And I remember Scotty 2 Hotty with the fucking tall ass hair, the tall hair coming out of the fucking top hat thing he had. He's got that weird, wild, tall hair and all of this weird shit that made wrestling what it was. And Gangrel coming up out of the fire and spitting blood, and Rock talking about Poontang Pie. That was fun. That was enjoyable television for the fucking working Joe, the school kid, people that lives suck. He was there for you to enjoy your life for one fucking night, for 2 hours on a Thursday night. For me, it was like every Thursday, and I enjoyed that. And you had to fuck it up, and that's what I hate. 8666.